The Odyssey, Scene 1. The story you are about to hear is one of the homesickness and hardships and the length of one man took to reach his wife and family.
The main character in our story is the mastermind behind the wooden horse and the Greeks' final assault in a 10-year war against Troy. Odysseus, king of Ithaca, spends an additional 10 years trying to return home.
Let's look in on Penelope, shining among women, and Telemachus on their island home.
My son, your father would not wish you to trouble yourself so.
Dear mother, father may not have wanted me to be troubled, but he would have wanted me oh my goodness. I can't. Dear mother, father may not have wanted me to be troubled, but he would have wanted me to defend your honor and our home.
So like him you are. I'm sure he will return, and when he does, he will be proud of how well you've cared for me. You were just a boy when he went with the Greek forces to fight Troy.
The suitors are anxious to take your hand in marriage, and ask daily how long before you finish your glorious tapestry.
Telemachus, you must assure them I am working with great care to What? How do you pronounce that? Oh, I read that wrong. Guys, okay, wait. Telemachus, you must assure them that I am working with great care to prepare a burial shroud worthy of the body of the great hero. I'm sorry, y'all. How do you pronounce this? Telemachus, you must assure them that I'm working with great care to prepare a burial shroud worthy of the body of the great hero Laertes, your grandfather. When the cloth is complete and the lengths of colored wool are spent, I will surrender myself to the worthiest man who pays court in my place.
As you wish, mother.
Oh, forgive me, brave Telemachus. I must return to my loom.
And with that, faithful Penelope sits down at her loom and resumes work on her tapestry.
The goddess Athena, watching from Olympus, reveals herself to the sad young Telemachus.
Telemachus, worthy son of great Odysseus, it is true your father would wish for your strength of wit and might to restore your mother's honor.
O grey-eyed Athena, wise protector of my father, for what purpose have you come to me?
Telemachus, you must journey far and wide and learn news of your father. Be guided by me, and all that can be done to bring Odysseus home will be revealed to you.
Taking leave of the palace would spare what little stores remain. For 4 years now, they've eaten all of our food, drunk all of our wine. If my father ever returns, there will be nothing left of his kingdom.
First you must speak to the suitors, gather them together in an assembly, and demand that they leave this place.
Worthy men, take leave of our house. Oh,
We're supposed to be already in there then, right?
And action. Worthy suitors.
Oh.
Whose line is it anyways?
I thought it was narrator too.
Yeah, it was.
Worthy men, take leave of our household, for I fear our supplies are nearly wasted. Take turns feasting at your own palaces until my mother's mind has settled, and she finishes the woven burial shroud for my grandfather.
How dare you speak to your guests in such a way?
Telemachus, the bold manner in which you speak makes me believe you are being guided by the gods.
We have been told by your mother that she will choose one of us, and when she finishes her tapestry, but when she's been weaving for years.
And we have just learned that each day and night she unravels and that which she has woven by the day.
Pause for dramatic effect.
That's
you.
Is it? Oh my goodness, I didn't have it underlined. If you do not leave, may the great Zeus resolve this matter against you.
Oh, we will leave here, but we await from your wise, gentle, and clever mother.
Action.
The first stop on the journey is the island of Pylos and the house of Nestor, a distinguished figure who fought at Troy.
Nestor, great counsel to commanders of armies, gives much hospitality to Telemachus.
At banquet, stories are told of great tragedy and greater victory, and bread and wine and meats are eaten.
I'm so
Go ahead.
confused.
Great-hearted Telemachus, take these fine horses and chariots. You will surely hear news of your father. And if you visit the palace of fair-haired Menelaus, my sons will escort you to his kingdom.
Telemachus, shining among men, we will come to Menelaus on a great day. His daughter and son are to be wedded away to neighboring kingdoms. Much rejoicing can be heard in the streets and marble passages of the palaces.
Will Helen, the face that launched 1,000 ships, be there? Who took so many men from their homes, including my own dear father?
Helen will be there. I must not go. So great is my anger. Aphrodite, bright-haired and shining, was deemed fairest by Paris, who then won Helen. The Trojan War began with this judgment, so simple, so swift, and yet the conflict lasted 10 years. I leave you, Telemachus, with the sons of Nestor.
Come, weary travelers, sit among my family and feast with us.
Husband, this young man resembles one you know, in movement, body, and speech. He is the same. The clever Odysseus had a son named Telemachus.
Are you the son of the crafty Odysseus?
Yes, I have not looked upon his face for nearly 20 years. I was no more than a babe when he left our home in Ithaca.
Ithaca is the island kingdom from whence Odysseus came. What of your mother, the queen?
My mother waits patiently for his return, but I fear time is running out. Suitors are waiting to marry her again. They stay in our palace, eat our food, and the queen is very weary and heartbroken.
Telemachus tells them all that he can of the men who spoiled his house and worried his mother.
Helen, long sorry for her role in such loss, is melted and wishes to help in any way she can.
How is it we can help you?
I come from the house of Nestor, where I heard that you have seen of many great lands. Perhaps you have heard something of my father?
Yes, I heard many foreign tongues, and our return to Sparta was 8 years in coming.
Menelaus tells of their sojourn and of the anger of the gods against them, and how they were blown back from advancing time and again, and how they thought they would never reach home.
And he tells of the murder of his brother Agamemnon by Aegisthus, and of the involvement of Clytemnestra, Agamemnon's queen, who had taken Aegisthus a new husband.
These things are terrible to hear. The news you seek is of your father, and I will tell you the last I heard of Odysseus. He was being held captive by the nymph Calypso in her island palace.
May greatness continue to be your reward, Menelaus. You have fired my spirit.
And Telemachus stays not much longer and comes to announce his departure.
Menelaus and Helen, your hospitality has fitted me up to continue my search. I leave you with these fine horses, since you have vast and fertile meadows. In my home of Ithaca, we have ground only fit for goats, and not of grazing horses. Please keep them.
And to you I give this parting gift, a great mixing bowl of silver with a rim of pure gold, forged by Hephaestus himself, god of fire and metal. Blessing on you, journey.
I didn't eat breakfast. I was in a hurry.
At that very moment, Odysseus is being tossed on the waves of the sea.
For Poseidon, angry and bitter towards Odysseus, has long worked to keep him away from his homeland.
But the sea goddess Inu saves the castaway and washes him ashore on the sands of Scheria.
Nausicaa, daughter of the king Alcinous, is with her handmaids, where the river meets the ocean, at a washing place to launder clothes.
Take these baskets down to the water's edge, where the linens are washed. Lay them out on the rocks in the sunshine to dry.
This is a good spot for our purposes, down closer to the reeds. Let us walk to the edge. What is this? A man! Don't go further. We must tell Nausicaa. Nausicaa, go no further down this embankment. Come away.
What are you hiding down there?
Lady, there is a man down in the reeds, washed away by the waves.
Surely we must see if he lives, and if he does, how we might help him.
Lady, please.
That's not good. Cut. Surely we must see if he lives, and if he does, how we might help him.
Lady, please. Don't go, Nausicaa. Your mother, the queen, would not wish it.
But Nausicaa of the White Arms knows her own mind and goes down to the reeds to see the stranger.
When she sees him, she draws back because of his battered and grimy state. And from behind a rock, she watches him as he lies there.
Who are you, great man? Who comes to the shores of my father? Are you hurt?
Who is there? I am Odysseus, and I don't know where I am.
We have food and drink in the mule cart. Please refresh yourself.
They join the handmaids at the mule's cart.
Girls, fetch the box their mother packed with figs and cheese and wine.
Odysseus sits and eats hungrily because he hasn't eaten in a long time.
Odysseus, I invite you to the home of my father. But to avoid scandal, we will go ahead of you in the cart. When we are all well on your way, go into the town and ask anyone to direct you to the palace of Alchemist.
Fair lady, I will do as I say, or as you say.
Nausicaa and her handmaids take the mule cart back to the road and start home.
When Odysseus comes near to the town, Athena meets him.
Friend, I will take you to where it is you want to go. The kings inside this palace are feasting, but be bold and go inside, for bold moves are smart moves.
Great goddess, to whom should I speak?
Address your cause directly to the lady of the house, Krista, herself descended from the gods. The mist around you will prevent others from seeing you until such time as you wish to be seen.
O queen, I am a stranger and a wanderer in your land. At mercy I am. Long have I wished to see the shores of my homeland and hope that you might help me.
Stranger and friend, you are welcome here. Take a seat among the rulers of my land.
Great warrior, such strength needs feeding. Please eat and drink, and when you are finished, the maid servants will draw a hot bath for you. Afterwards, tell us a story of how you came here.
And Odysseus sits at the table in his chamber and eats great slabs of tender lamb and olives seasoned with lemon and rosemary. And when he finishes, he leaves the chamber for his first hot bath since his time in Calypso.
Refreshed and comfortable, Odysseus returns to the great hall and gives the queen his voice and his story.
And so with rapt attention, the leaders of Syria listen as the great warrior tells of his adventures and wanderings.
His story begins at the end of the reign of King Priam and the end of the Trojan kingdom. Odysseus, eager to make a crushing blow to the end of the long war, supervises the building of a hollow-bellied giant wooden horse and hides inside with a group of Greek soldiers. The Trojans think the horse is a gift and accept it, since they see no sign of the Greek forces, who are hiding off the coast.
King Priam of Troy and his queen, Hecuba, bring
Here to signal the ships that the time is at hand.
Soon, the forces will enter the walls and Troy will be destroyed.
Ground.
Afterward, a funeral takes place for the great Achilles with a sacrifice on his tomb of the Trojan prince Polyxena, who had betrayed his trust. The Greeks waste no time in preparing for their homeward journey.
The women of Troy are brought before the Greek warriors, their men killed. They are at the mercy of the victors and taken as slaves.
It won't be long until the shores of Ithaca are in sight and our homes and families restored to us.
The entire wealth of the Trojan kingdom is on board our ships. What a change it will bring to our peoples.
Having food for only several days, Odysseus and his men hugged the coast in their 3 ships.
We are beginning to take water. We cannot sacrifice the essentials, but we must drop some of our load.
The Trojan gold weighs the most.
But it is most valuable.
I am afraid the gemstones must be thrown overboard.
Rubies, emeralds, sapphires and moonstones are dumped over the side of the ship.
Rubies flash in the foam, sink in the waves, and flutter deep and catch the eyes of the naiads. The lovely sea nymphs relaxing in the sea palace of their father beside them.
Sea sisters, how beautiful.
Look at the colors! Look how they catch the light!
Sweet warriors, come beneath the waves and we will bring you great happiness.
Whoa, look beneath the waves.
Join us, O men of war, and rest here in our palace deep.
Poseidon, the great god of the sea, is awakened by the tinkling laughter of gnats.
Monkey. Wait, where are we? No, wait, where are we though?
Who dares to lure off gentle nymphs?
Oh, my bad. Can we restart that?
Once he says his line.
Like right when I finish. Can I go?
Action.
Okay. Who dares to lure off my gentle my nymphs? They are not for mortal men.
Poseidon calls to his son, King Aeolus, keeper of the winds.
Aeolus, billows, and a great prayer.
Yes, father. What is it you desire from your loyal son?
These mortals, brazen and bold, have greatly offended my kingdom. Send them a gale of wind of such force that for many days they are delayed from their journey.
Aeolus sends a fierce blast.
Our ship veers off course. Take down the sails. They are no match for this wind. We are being forced south. O fair Penelope, will I never reach home.
So after many days at sea, the stores of food are depleted, and the men begin to gaze longingly at the horizon, wondering how long before they starve.
And they begin to think of mutiny.
Oh, say we take over this ship. Odysseus is mad. We have been waiting for our homecoming for years. We have no food, just chunks of old bread.
Odysseus is a decent leader. He is determined to get us home. I'll stick by him. We're all hungry, including him.
But what do we know he is taking us in the right direction? He could be leading us to some new and wretched adventure.
Look, an island over there.
All rush to the ship's edge, and indeed they see an inhospitable land with very few trees and very big rocks.
So Odysseus and the 12 men form a landing party to search for a source of food and water.
Come on, men. I think I smell a roast lamb.
It's coming from the directions of the caves over there. Oh, I see some movement up there among the boulders.
The empty bellies of the men made them mad for nourishment, and the savory aroma led them to the mouth of a great cave.
Little did they know that cave was home to one of the Cyclops, a fierce race of man-eating giants that had one time the highest honor of making thunderbolts for Zeus himself.
I, Polyphemus, love stormy weather because it dashes upon the rocks. The sea throws up drowning sailors. Today's choice of morsels cannot resist a hot meal. My lambs on a spit will lure them into their deaths.
Okay. Look, sir, a roast lamb. Hot. My mouth waters just thinking of it.
And look, great baskets of cheeses.
I must eat. I haven't had food for 3 days. Let me by.
Men, control yourselves.
Aw.
Remember the others. We must temper our cravings and...
But before he can finish his sentence, Polyphemus rolls a rock in front of the cave entrance and comes after them.
He picks up 2 men, bashes them together, and eats them ravenously. The other men cower in the corner whimpering.
Can the gods be so cruel? We are doomed. Oh.
Oh, why did I agree to come ashore?
Control yourselves. The only way to survive is to keep our wits and come up with a plan. We must keep our heads.
So with the sounds of bone-crunching shoes to inspire him, Odysseus tries to come up with a plan.
Oh, great one, whom shall we thank for the kindness of your hospitality?
I am Polyphemus, son of Poseidon, god of the sea.
For so generous a host, may I present for your enjoyment a deliciously sweet wine, very like ambrosia to one's plate.
Odysseus leaves a cask of wine near the fire and retreats back into the shadows.
My little friend, it will please me to relax a while before I nourish myself with your bones. In return for your generosity, I will eat you last. What is your name?
Nobody. I am nobody.
How right you are. Delicious wine. Nobody. You are a man with distinctive tastes.
If it pleases you, enjoy it in its entirety. Often the best drops are on the bottom, where you find the sediment of 1,000 sweet grapes.
Good. Good drink. I'll stoke this fire so it will be well hot when I awake from a little rest. Then I'll roast you on a spit like a little suckling pig. And now, a nap.
Odysseus, seeing his opportunity, hands a stick of firewood to one of his men and instructs him to make it into a weapon.
The others keep careful watch over the sleeping one-eyed giant.
Take this beam of olive wood and whittle away at the end. We need to make it good and sharp.
Where are we?
What is this?
Excellent. Now let us put it in the fire and get it scorching hot.
The poker burns white in the fire as the one-eyed giant sleeps.
And when it reaches the maximum heat possible before it begins to burn itself, Odysseus takes it out of the flames, holds it over Polyphemus, and plunges the point into his one eye and only one eye.
Ah! Blinded! I've been blinded!
As he feels about the pain, he rolls the boulder aside from the cave entrance, and as his hands search frantically for the men who blinded him, he hears some neighboring Cyclops passing by the mouth of his cave with their own herds.
Okay. What is this, Polyphemus? Why do you cry out and disturb the sheep? You said blinded. Who has done this to you?
Nobody has hurt me.
Then stop your howling and pray to your father to deliver you from your pain.
Meanwhile, Odysseus and his men grasp the shaggy wool underbellies of the sheep and hold on with all their might.
Thinking it would be easier to catch them in an empty cave, Polyphemus, still in agony, counts his sheep one by one, then herds them out into the warm sunshine, unwittingly releasing his prisoners.
When we clear this bank of trees, run for your lives to the beach.
Ah, where are you, trickster? The thief who has stolen my sight. Who has done this damage?
Run to the ship, everyone. Here I am, foolish one. Who dared to harm guests in your own home have paid the price. More than anything, hospitality is the keystone to a civilized society. May you be cursed.
Polyphemus breaks off the top of a tall mountain and hurls it into the sea.
A tidal wave pitches the ships violently.
Oh, Odysseus, king of Ithaca, I am your tormentor. Do not forget my name.
Poseidon, great father from the deep, hear your son. I raise my arms in supplication. Let not this man reach his homeland, but if it pleases the gods, that he may destroy his companions, and let him come to a land that does not know or want him.
Odysseus' storytelling continues in the palace of King Alcinous. Days pass, but the memory of the terrors of Polyphemus are still fresh in the minds of Odysseus and his men.
Fear had such a grip on their hearts that not even hunger can persuade them to stop at another island.
On the third day of sailing north from the island of the Cyclops, the ship encounters a fortress made of bronze.
The walls of the fortress rise like curtains, bolting up from the depths of the sea. Odysseus guides the ship through a narrow gateway, and immediately thereupon the wind falls out of the sails, and a strange calm falls over them.
Sir, an island.
And a golden palace.
Surely this must be the kingdom of an immortal.
The men disembark at a crystal pier and mount the marble steps that lead to a throne room.
You must be Odysseus, son of Laertes and wanderer of the seas. I have heard tell of your troubles and breezes that blow through our fortress.
A humble suppliant I am, and a guest at your mercy. To whom do I speak?
I am King Aeolus, beloved by the gods and keeper of the winds. This is my queen. We have 6 daughters and 7 sons. And each manages a weather for a month. They ride the winds around the world, I am the son of Poseidon, and my father has ordered me on many occasions to whip up a storm and delay your journey.
Odysseus, news of your adventures reached our ears ages ago. We know you are trying to get home. Perhaps the gods on your side now. Perhaps the gods are on your side now. And we can help you.
I hope you are right, great queen. With your help, the gods may grant my homecoming.
Stay with us for a time and renew yourselves, and I will confer on my guest to give a gift that will hasten your journey home.
And so Odysseus and the crew stay for a month at the palace of King Aeolus, keeper of the winds.
Each night Odysseus enchants his hosts with the tales of his adventures and struggles. Finally, the day comes when Odysseus can stay no longer.
Forgive me, but my heart drives me forth. For my son grows older each day I'm gone.
I am well aware of your situation, for your friendship and the stories and your courageous persistence. I grant you this gift, but mind you, only if you keep my directions precisely, or else I can assist you no further.
Odysseus, you must not let your soul open this gift. The contents are fierce and unruly.
Inside this leather sack I have placed the north wind, the east wind, and the south wind. Open the sack only in emergency. If they are released in error, I will assume the gods have gone against you, and I can help you no further.
The gentle west wind will fill your sails and accompany you to your island home.
This silver string is all that binds these forces. Take care.
I will watch over it night and day, and none shall be in charge of it save I.
Be on your way, good man. Your family awaits your return.
Odysseus bows to the king and queen and exits with his crew.
The ship sails on for 9 days and nights. They sail the sea, the boat blown freely by the west wind, and Odysseus goes without sleep, watching over the leather sack. But on the 10th day, in the warm sun of an afternoon, Soldier 1.
Hi, Becca. Okay, Odysseus, look, it's a...
I can see people tending the fires.
By mighty Zeus, I am a grateful man.
And with that, Odysseus sits on a coil of rope, closes his eyes, and falls asleep. So exhausted is he.
The men looked at him asleep. They looked at the mysterious bag he held tight to his chest.
I am certain Odysseus is carrying gold and jewels in that bag.
The bag was given to him by King Aeolus. Why should Odysseus carry treasure on the day of his homecoming while we are empty-handed?
I say we break it into it and take some for ourselves. A mere silver thread is all that stands between us and a great wealth.
I'll pull it open.
And with a quick snap, the tie is broken, and suddenly, with great ferocity, the north, east, and south winds whip out, knock the men to the ground, and shake Odysseus away.
Oh, what has happened? Who touched the bag? The winds, they howl in wild directions. We're losing sight of Ithaca.
The mild west wind is no match for the power of the others combined, and Odysseus and the crew are driven away once again from their goal.
Odysseus sinks to his knees in grief.
End scene.
The ship takes refuge in a calm lagoon.
With fresh water and food uppermost in their minds, Odysseus sends out a search party, and much time passes before Eurylochus, in charge of the scouts, returns to his black ship alone.
Eurylochus, you are alone. Where are the others?
Sir, we came upon a palace in the forest. And in that palace sat a beautiful lady, made a goddess. She sat weaving and singing at a great loom and opened her doors to us in invitation.
How were you treated?
I was suspicious, so I stayed in the courtyard. But the others went in. I could see the men seated at a banquet, and they laughed, and they drank, and they all disappeared.
My sword and my arrows may be of no use, but we must prepare for a fight.
And in that instant, Hermes, messenger of the gods, appeared.
Okay. Wow.
Who's hiding in the corner?
You are right, Odysseus. Your might will be no use here. You have need of powers greater than you possess. Take this flower, the substance of which will protect you from her magical powers.
Of whom do you speak?
You are on the island of the goddess Circe, of the lovely hair, daughter of Helios and granddaughter of Ocean. Her charms are infinite, and mortal men have no defense against her. The juice of this flower will allow you to resist.
Hermes, messenger of the gods, direct me so that I might save my men and reunite them with their families at Ithaca.
Hermes leans close to Odysseus and speaks of the plan in his ear.
Through Willow Glen and Wild Olive, Odysseus makes his way to the garden of the palace of Circe.
Circle, daughter of Helios, I have come to relieve the crew of my ship.
Circe, who has been weaving colorful...
What? Oh, Circle.
Why do you say that?
I think we should cut. Circle!
Circe, daughter of Helios, I have come to relieve the crew of my ship.
Circe, who has been weaving colorful images of naiads and dolphins and sea stars, rises from her loom and walks out into the twilight garden.
Sea-stained warrior, what is it you wish of me?
I wish you to return my men so that we may continue our journey homeward.
Wandering stranger, what you wish is impossible. Your companions have been transformed.
And with that, Circe gestures to an enclosure in the garden where a dozen swine look on helplessly.
Your friends are being taken care of and have more nourishing food in their bellies than they will ever receive from you.
You've turned them into pigs and wish me to show gratitude?
It would please me if you would relax, enjoy my company, enter my palace, and dine with me.
Odysseus, ever mindful of the directions given to him by Hermes, follows Circe into her shining palace.
Stranger, sit and I will pour you a beverage that will restore your strength and hope.
But to this beverage, Circe adds a little magic potion and sets it down before him in a golden cup.
Drink, great warrior.
And Odysseus drinks from the goblet. When he has finished, he looks her in the eyes.
I touch you with my wand, that you are unaffected by my magic. You must be Odysseus, son of Laertes and seed of Zeus. I have long awaited your arrival.
But Odysseus unheishes his sword and holds it to her throat.
Is there a sword? Like, don't we have a sword in there? Is there a sword?
There was one.
We have this.
Wait, where were we again? Okay, wait, I know where we are. Alright. Lovely enchantress, swear to me that you'll treat me honorably, like all guests should be, and that no harm or evil will come to me through your vows.
Resourceful Odysseus, teller of tales and warrior strong, to you will I make such an oath. I swear no harm or evil will come to you.
And with her promise, Odysseus puts away his sword and returns to the table, his mind distracted and his mood full of darkness.
Will you not eat?
How can I eat when my heart is heavy with the tragedy of my befallen friends?
Oh my goodness. If it will please you, I will return them to human form.
Circe, the enchantress, touches each pig with her wand, and they are transformed.
Notice, Odysseus, that your friends are younger and taller and more pleasing to behold than before. In good faith, I will help you, but stay a while.
Odysseus is exceedingly fond of her, and the tension in him is gone.
Goddess, bind our wounds and make us well again. Our spirits and bodies are broken.
And the seasons change, and a year passes, and the hearts of the men once turn again, achingly to their homeland.
Circe, well, you have prepared us for our journey, but now we must leave you.
It is time. My magic will fill your sails and speed you on your way. Goodbye, great warrior.
They embrace one last time before Odysseus leads his men down to the beach and back on the flag.
Action.
When dawn shows herself again with her rosy fingers, Odysseus and his men are well on a new leg of their journey, their sails full of Circe's lost gift.
Odysseus, the men are restless and demand to know what direction we will take. We sense something.
Once again, I must ask you to have complete faith in me. Do as I say, don't ask questions, and we will survive another day.
We have learned our lesson. When we trust in you, flagged, we release the power of the wind and lost sight of our homes.
Never again will we doubt you.
Circe, bright among the goddesses, warned of the danger ahead. We must follow her instructions precisely. Melt down this wax and put it in your ears. Very soon we will see a sight too beautiful to behold and hear the sweet music too lovely to bear, and more danger lies beyond.
What about you, Odysseus?
You must tie me to the mast, bind me hand and foot so that I am unable to loose myself.
We will do as you say.
And whatever you do, do not under any circumstances free me. Do you understand?
So the men set about plugging their ears with wax and lashing their leader to the mast.
And soon after, the bright sun comes from behind a cloud and illuminates a rolling meadow on a coastline, in which sit 5 stately maidens combing their long shining tresses. Before them on the beach is a boneyard of unfortunate sailors.
Shoot, we have to put our ear things in.
The men, awestruck with the beauty before them, move to the edge of the ship and lean into the wind, hoping to pick up fragrances of the enchantresses.
Ooh, stinky.
Come, brave wayfarers, we are the sirens. Our song is so sweet, none can resist.
Our beauty surpasses all you have encountered.
Or ever will encounter in your lifetime.
And though the men cannot hear them, they are indeed tempted. Odysseus stands firm against the mast, was visibly shaken.
Sing, sisters, your sweet song of sorrow and loss.
Take pity on these unlikely wayfarers, and bring them comfort such as they might have in their own homes, by their own hearts, and with their own families.
With these last words, Odysseus feels his heart sink, and he relaxes his shoulders to give in to their power. And the sirens begin to sing ancient notes unknown to mortal men.
The pain is all consuming. Never before have I heard such lilting airs. The beauty is too much to take. Eurycles, unbind me so that my body might give up my spirit to reside here forever.
But Eurylochus and the others paying him no heed, for their ears are prevented from hearing the great wailing melody of longing and sacrifice.
Their oars dip furiously into the sea, and they row for an eternity while Odysseus lashes about, tied to the mast, awestruck with the dangerous beauty he experienced.
We have escaped without a loss. Untie Odysseus and unplug your ears.
We are at a safe distance, and once more we are spared. But I fear the most unfortunate challenge lies ahead. All oarsmen must determine to sail straight on between those 2 giant rocks up ahead. Neither veer to the left nor to the right, but steady center.
The rocky crags stick out of the water like pottery shards. We'll never make it.
To the best of their abilities, the men obey. Leaning hard into the oars to steer the ship, the men look ahead to the churning, choppy waves and to the narrow passage through which they must navigate.
Steady your arms.
Charybdis, the fathomless whirlpool on one side, and Cecilia, a monster of unimaginable horrors on the other.
On your left, watch out!
Okay, we're wearing off course. Lean into your oars.
Steady! To the right, to the right!
The waves churn and slap against the prow, and the whirlpool Charybdis threatens to struck them down. The oarsmen direct the ship closer to the dark-becked stony chasm when,
out of a deep black cave emerges Scylla, a monster of such horror that half the men drop their oars. But they are much too slow to escape from her 6 swift heads, each possessing 3 rows of razor-sharp teeth. Odysseus loses one man for each of her horrible heads.
Beware of the swell, hang on!
A great hole in the sea is sucking us down.
And the ship is lost as waves swell up the last crew and the hard got bounty on shore. And then silence.
Until finally a single man is spat up, and Odysseus is yet again washed ashore in a foreign land, and is yet again found by a lovely woman.
Oh.
I'm Calypso. You must be Odysseus. You are weary. There is no need to further. I will care for you.
Oh.
The leaders of Sharia look at Odysseus amazed, for never have they heard such tales of persistence.
Taking advantage of a break in the story, 2 maidservants refresh Odysseus' cup and lay before him sweet figs and almonds.
How came you to our shore? Aurora is just now tinting the horizon for her master, the sun god Apollo. You can't have had more obstacles to overcome.
Surely your trials did not end there. Tell us about Calypso. Who was she and how did she treat you?
Being down I was. I had lost everything, and yet Calypso is a nymph. Her home is the island of Ogygia, where I washed up 10 days after losing my companions. She was kind-hearted and gentle, and indeed restored me to health. The hurts that lay me deep, and she knew. She gave me time and care, and I recovered.
And how did she help you heal such wounds?
Calypso, with the lovely hair, had a garden, the measure of which would turn anyone's pain into gladness. Deep in a wood with fragrant trees all around, and the birds of all kinds nested peacefully there. Fountains with musical, trickling water, grapevines bearing fruits, and a gentle meadow in a clearing.
Oh, my bad. That ain't me.
Who's Nausicaa?
How lovely it must have been.
It grieves me to think of how many years lay between you and your family.
How long were you on this island?
For 7 years, Calypso gave me all I could wish, save deliverance from this yearning for my homeland. The gods were merciful and put it to her that I should be on my way. And with her help, I constructed a sturdy raft. And with her blessing, took the wine-blue sea. After 20 sun-scorched days and brutal nights, my raft was lost to the swells, and I washed up here, at the feet of your lovely daughter Nausicaa.
Odysseus, your story has touched my soul. Depend upon me for safe passage to Ithaca. Let it be known that this, our kingdom, is the last stop to your journey. We feast tonight, and tomorrow we outfit a ship as able as anyone in the Aegean.
You have your deliverance, Odysseus.
And Odysseus in his gratitude bows deeply to the king and queen of Sharia.
Bye-bye.
And so, with gentle winds to guide the ship and a strong crew to man her, Odysseus, before long, finds himself deposited on the shore of Ithaca.
Athena, his protector, appears to him on the beach and tells him the story of Penelope's trials.
Odysseus, you have returned at last to your kingdom, but hasten not to your palace and your wife, for though she awaits your return, heavy is her heart and deep are her sorrows. For many years, suitors for her hand in marriage have camped out in your home. Great are their numbers, and they stand as the finest of youths.
And what of my son Telemachus?
Telemachus has been searching for you, fearing the time draws near when his mother must take a new husband.
Penelope would never lose faith in my return.
She has done all that is honorable and all that is wise.
How has she fared these many years?
By wits she has survived. You chose a clever wife to match your clever self. But let us cease this talk as time is short. I will turn you into a beggar so that none may know you. Telemachus is near, and I will bring him to you.
And with that, Athena changes Odysseus into an old and feeble man with gray hair and a tattered cloak. How old?
Olivia, have you started pressing? Okay.
Odysseus obeys the goddess and begins to walk along his palace. Yeah, but walking is what the heck?
Slow for him.
It's slow for him. Now that he is an old man, and people look at him with sympathy, and he makes his way down the dirt road.
There he is. Suddenly, as he nears the marble columns of his porch, he's overcome with emotions and weeps into his hands. Nearby, a herdsman with an old dog sees the beggar and goes towards him. The old dog breaks away from the herdsman, wagging his tail, rushing up to Odysseus, who recognizes his favorite old hunting dog, Argus.
What a fine dog you have there. Who is his master?
Never have I seen him welcome a stranger in such a way. I am his master. But long ago, he had another. His master was the man of this great home. But he went off to war and hasn't returned. It has been 20 years. But the lady of the house still waits for his homecoming. Sir, is there anything I can help you with?
I have traveled many miles and wished for some food to warm my belly and a place to rest my head.
The lady Penelope would be vexed if you were turned away. Okay, come with me and I will show you inside. There many ungrateful men are living off the wealth of the absent king, and a grateful man would be a welcome change. Soon I must take in their food for the evening.
And the man takes the beggar up to the
Portico.
Portico, where Odysseus steps onto his own doorstep.
Inside, they can hear the sounds of men arguing and laughing and demanding this or that from the servants. Odysseus cringes.
How long have these men been here?
For long years. Soon they will have eaten all the extra grain that was laid aside for your hard times. Come inside and rest yourself.
This is the great hall where they camp out. What a mess they have made it.
What? A beggar? Don't spoil our feasting with your presence. Ha ha ha.
Suitor 2 comes in.
What? A beggar? Don't spoil our feasting.
Said I was... Oh no. Cut.
What a beggar. Don't spoil our feast with your presence. Ha ha ha.
There are other homes to visit. Continue down the road. Ha 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 ha.
From the shadows behind the column.
Steps Penelope.
I didn't have that word. Behind the column steps Penelope.
Who speaks roughly to a guest in my house? No matter how long you've been here, we must treat each other with courtesy.
Especially wanderers. Sometimes the god and goddesses come down from Olympus disguised in this way. We must be watchful.
Nonsense. This tattered man is a simple beggar and doesn't deserve our respect.
Perhaps you don't understand me, sir. He is a guest in my house, and I will make sure he is treated well.
Just then, Telemachus, Penelope's son, walks in.
Oh.
He's on his way. He'll be here shortly. Oh, look, there he is.
Telemachus, you have returned. How long I have waited. Do you bring word Do you bring word of your father?
2 maidservants rush to help him, remove his cloak, and take a place at the table, while the students look at him with contempt.
Not there.
Don't know where we are. I didn't know I had lines. Mother, let me rest a while, and then we will talk to you and learn all that I've discovered.
Let me continue here with my weaving.
So, Odysseus has never returned, and you have only words to give to your poor mother.
Let us eat, gentlemen.
And with this wandering stranger also needs to eat. He will stay here tonight, for tomorrow I would like to hear the stories of his wandering.
Oh, thank you.
With that, Odysseus begins to make rounds at the great wooden table, sizing up the suitors. He decides which ones are the strongest and which ones are the weakest.
When he comes to the palace of his son, they look into each other's eyes, and Odysseus knows that Athena has informed him of his real identity.
Oh, my bad. Telemachus, your mother must choose among us. You have deceived us, fair lady, by your weavering, but the time to choose is at hand.
I set a challenge before you all. My husband Odysseus has a fine taunt bow. If there is a man in this room that can string that bow, he will be lucky. But the luckiest man will be able to string Odysseus' bow and shoot an arrow through these 12 axe handles, leaning here against this wall. As Odysseus did when he would practice his marksmanship, the man who succeeds shall take me as a bride, if that is what the gods wish.
My mother has spoken. Let it be as she has said. I ask you now to go to your own homes and sleep tonight and return here in the morning.
And the men slap one another on the back and file out of the palace.
Where's the bow and arrow?
Late that evening, Odysseus prepares to bathe before bedtime.
An old nurse pours hot water into the tub.
Oh, I have been here at this palace for many years. I was in the room when Odysseus himself was born and received him in my arms before his own mother did.
Kind woman, you have been a great service to this household.
I even raised up young Telemachus. Misery I have seen in this home since the master left so many years ago for Troy to fight. All because of a woman named Helen. My lady's heart is weary.
Tomorrow will be the end of her sorrows.
The old woman looks up from her work and notices a scar on Odysseus' knee. She jumps back and looks into his eyes.
Wait. Only one person could have a scar like that. How did you get that scar?
A wild boar tore into my leg when I was young.
You were on a hunt with your father, Odysseus? Odysseus, great Zeus, we have been delivered.
Eucraleia throws her arms around Odysseus and welcomes him home.
Come, dear lady, let me tell you how you can help us in our plan.
Early the next morning, the palace is in a flurry. Penelope has arranged for the challenge and sits down to watch the contest. Odysseus sits apart from the suitors but watches them carefully.
Telemachus shows the men where they are to position themselves while they wait their turn. And from a column, Athena watches and waits.
Euryclea, take my mother and the maidservants to the inner chamber. This is not for gentle eyes to see. Now that the women are gone, you, sir, step forward and try your might.
Gladly.
Oh, he tries to string the bow but cannot.
Because the gods look with the favor upon the house of my father, perhaps I will have luck.
So good. Okay. You too have failed. Let us heat the bow and rub it with warm tallow. Perhaps it will bend easier.
He puts tallow on the bow but fails to bend it.
It's your turn.
I have long been a skilled bowman. Let me try. I have failed.
Okay. I'm far the strongest here. Okay. Give me the bow.
And you too, the strongest of them all, have failed. It is only fitting that our guests make an attempt.
Uncle over here.
He takes the bow to Odysseus, who is still seated, strings the bow at the keys, and lets an arrow fly through all 12 axe handles. The suitors stand off in amazement. Odysseus, broken up, has been transformed by Athena to his once splendid self.
Here's a tale that is an ending writ by the gods.
And the narrow shafts sail through the air and strike down the unwelcoming suitors. When Odysseus is finished, he steps back.
Telemachus, have the maidservants cleanse the great hall and send Euryclea to me. We must prepare to speak to your mother.
As you wish.
Euryclea comes before the man she raised as her own son. Odysseus takes her hand.
Kind nurse, the time has come to tell your lady the truth of what has happened here today. Go to her in the chamber and tell her that his husband has come home.
I will do as you bid, with joy in my heart at your homecoming.
Odysseus and his son wait, and when Telemachus sees his mother enter the room, he knows to step back into the shadow as well as his parents talk. Penelope sits down and stares at Odysseus in silence for a long wait.
My nurse tells me you claim you are my husband. What proof can you give?
Dear lady, surely to look at me is all.
Perhaps after arrest you will be more inclined to show us proof. Let me call my nurse. She will prepare a bed for you outside this chamber. Indeed, it is the very bed Odysseus himself built.
Your words cannot be true. It would be impossible to move the bed that I made. The bed that I built could only be moved by a god. No man could move it. It is carved from an ancient olive tree with roots deep beneath the earth. I built the room around it. There is an inlay of ivory and gold and silver.
It is true. Only Odysseus would know such things. How many years I have waited.
After a few minutes, Euryclea and Telemachus step back into the room.
For they too wish to welcome him home.
The
end.
Bravo! Bravo!
Here it is.